Good Saturday morning, everybody. It is cold out today. We'll come on March. Talk about in like a lying out like a lamb kind of month. It's so cold. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I mean, Gus the Groundhog did say 6 more weeks of winter, and that's really proven it out there. I miss my morning walks. It's just been below freezing or it's been raining, so I've been missing my morning walks. And yeah, there's that. I miss it. I really miss it. There was something that I had to be said that going for my walks and having some morning visions about today or the day that's ahead during the walks, and brainstorming ideas. And of course playing some Pokemon Go. So there's a little bit of everything kind of happening there. And plus you're just moving around, so you're just really kind of like getting the blood flowing through your body, and you're just really kind of waking up and being prepared for your day. And I'm missing my walks. And of course, got people like, oh, well, just get a treadmill. And I'm like, you know how big a treadmill is? Anybody? They're big. I did think about getting one of those little treadmill pads for underneath my desk at work, and I could like stand and walk while I work. I guess, I don't know. But thank you guys for coming in and joining us this morning, or joining me this morning. I appreciate you guys. And there's the socials if you want to see what's going on in my world. Discord, Instagram, Threads. Most I'm posting like when I'm going live. And on Discord, I'll post some of my adventures. My latest adventure being negative photography, or film photography. I've been shooting a lot of film lately, and I got some roles developed. And then my biggest hurdle now has been scanning. We're going to go ahead and switch on over while we talk about this. Hopefully I don't get too distracted, because I'm terrible at like walking, talking. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so lately I've been scanning my negatives that I took. I took 2 rolls of black and white about 3 weeks ago. Last weekend, I went with my wife to a princess. Went with her to a museum, and it was in this little old train. And like steel factory that's a lot of it's chained off, but a lot of the buildings are still there. And so I took pictures of some of the old buildings. We went through the museum, took pictures of the museum, and I did this on my medium format camera. I have a Contax 645, so it's actually like a small medium format. And I really like that camera. I really do. It even I found out something new about it, and that was that it has on the edges records data for me, like what my f-stop and what my shutter speed was. And I'm usually pretty good at recording that information, like in a little journal that I have that I carry around with me. But in this instance, I just kind of got more involved with the picture taking and what was going on around me, that I didn't bother recording that data. And I was looking back when I was like, I felt bad. I was like, I don't know what my f-stop and stuff was. So of course, one of the things I've been learning to do is processing at home my my film. So Wednesday night, I think it was Wednesday night. I processed my medium format film at home. 16 frames. I took 16 frames. Most medium format takes about 12 frames. I say most medium because like Hasselblad's are 6x6. Mine's a 6x4.5, and I got 16 frames. And it's a wide, so it's not a box, a 1x1 box. I know some of you are like, what is he talking about? But those of you who know. And if you guys want some clarity, I'll be happy to give you some clarity. It's just fortune or silk. But yeah, it's kind of one of, to me, it's definitely an advantage of the camera that I have, the contacts, and just to get some extra pictures out of the roll. But I processed those. I did those on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure Wednesday. Well, now that I've got 2 rolls of 35, and I have now 1 roll of medium, and I've got another roll of color medium that needs to go to the processors tonight. I'm going to get it processed professionally. It's color. Colors, to process color, it's a little more finite with the temperatures. Like with the black and white, I can get away a little bit with the color, with the temperatures of the developer, and but with color, it really has to be a little more spot on. I don't have the process yet to do that. Look at that, to get 2 golems, 2 iron golems there. St. Louis Blues. So I don't have that. So I don't have the color, the ability to do color just yet. And it's in the future. Just it's not. It's thought about, but it's not been acted upon. So I'm going to take some color over to a lab, and I'll get some color processed tonight. Well, today. And sadly, good morning, Oakdew. How are you doing? How are you doing? We're just getting the stream started, talking about some adventures that I've had this past week. I'm going to go get some color to film processed tonight, or at least I'm going to drop it off. And maybe next week I'll have a roll of color film that I'll have. Life is good here. Thank you. Oh, good to hear. I'm glad to catch you on some streams today. Oh, if you guys don't know, and you definitely need to know, Oakdew does stream over on the YouTubes. I'm sorry, the Twitch. She streams over on Twitch. I'm on the YouTubes. So please go check her out on Sunday mornings and Wednesday mornings. So I'm trying to get better at that. Oh, thank you. You're so welcome, Oakdew. As always. So yeah, we're gonna get some color processed, which I'm pretty excited about. Color processing. But my other hurdle has really been scanning. So what I really wanted to do was do the structure of this our little starter home this week. But I was so caught up with scanning film. I was spending a lot of late nights. And my scanner was doing some weird things. Like I would hit, there's, again, I know I'm probably speaking like Greek to some people here, but I would scan my negative, and it would do a preview. I would do a preview of my negative, and it would look fine. It would look pixelated, but when you scan it, it's supposed to clean that up, like that pixelation or whatever. So, only 3 yellow. That's a bummer. But what it was doing, it would like only grab like a quarter of the frame and then stretch it to be the size of the 35 millimeter frame, and or it would like not scan right. It was a lot like my settings, I guess. It was rough. It was rough. I had a really rough week. Scanning and learning how to scan and picking all my it's my settings. Look at this guy. You walked all the way over here just to be What a stonemason? Yeah, why upstairs? There is a steep learning curve to yeah, scanning negative. Yeah. And I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be hard either. So there's definitely that. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I definitely didn't think it was going to be this hard. This is probably way too high. So, oh man, my jumping. So I spent a lot of time scanning. I'm sorry, Daddy Bones went into focus mode here. What I found was when I started my scans is that it was a couple of different things. The first thing I figured out was cropping. Apparently, it didn't like the way I was cropping. So that's why it was stretching. All right, we need to figure something out here. I need a system. So that's what was making it stretch, was because of the way it was cropping. And I'm fine with that. Like, you know, at least it was progress. It was some progress. I should have brought the yellow. I should have brought the dang yellow. So that took me a little while to figure out, because the software that I was using, or am using now, while it can do what they call batch scanning, so I want to give it like a strip of film, and it will detect each frame, and then when you scan, it'll like take each frame and 1, 2, 3, 4. This has been my, not cheap system, but this has been my system of getting some XP. It's a terrible system. I came here for yellow wool daddy bones, which I don't have a lot of. Anyways, back to scanning. We're talking about like 3 weeks here, like I've spent. And it wasn't simply like those 3 weeks where I was hard focused constantly on scanning. It was 3 weeks of like, I grabbed Princess's old computer and I hooked up to the scanner just so I could use the old Canon software for the scanner. It was... It was using my computer with like some a piece of software called ViewScan. It was spending money on that ViewScan as well. My goodness. You sometimes when you spend money on something and it's not giving you what you want, you get angry. You get very, very angry. When you have a piece of software
and it's just not doing what you logically in your head it should do. It should just do it, and it gets very, very frustrating. I was on tech support with a piece of software company called On One Photo, which is where I'm going to be doing my photo editing. And I felt bad because one of my like things, and it really confusing to me. So one of their solutions, when I was looking through forums and discussions, one of the solutions was to scan the photo, put it in Photoshop, export it from Photoshop into a usable, workable editing file, and then move it over to On One. Why would I use a piece of software where I have to use another competing piece of software to modify it just to go back to your software? That makes zero sense. None. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to use your software to replace? And this is also to replace. Like, not that I'm totally against Photoshop, but I don't have the money to be shelling out to Adobe every month just to use Photoshop. Like, I just don't. As a matter of fact, I had Photoshop Elements, and since I've updated my software, what is it? What are we now? 26.1. Let me take a look. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I want to look. My Mac is running Tahoe 26.3.1, and because I updated to that, my copy of Photoshop Elements doesn't work anymore. Yeah, that's it. That's a thing that happened. Way to go, Apple. Way to go, Macintosh. Anyways, this over the past 3 weeks, this has been my frustration. And I feel like me talking about this while building this, my frustrations are about to come out. In my build. And I kind of don't like that idea. So I have this software that I really do want to use. I was playing around with it. I really do enjoy it, and it's telling me to use a competing company's software to turn it into a usable image file in order to use their software. So yeah, I wrote an email, or I had a complaint. And I felt bad. Later, I actually genuinely felt bad. I could have toned my email a little bit better. But I was so frustrated. I was just so frustrated. And it wasn't their fault. It wasn't completely their fault. I just thought that their solution was kind of backwards thinking. You're an imaging software company, and you want to use your competitor software to make images usable by your software. It still doesn't make any sense. What I'm doing right now is what I wanted to do all week, was to create this framework box. So, needless to say, I had some conversations back and forth with that software company, and my tone definitely changed because I was, I basically turned it, as the conversation was going on, things were coming to light, and so my tone was changing just for simple, because things were changing, basically. I was making progress, and so things were kind of working out. Very good conversation, but I still err on the
still in the air on this side that it was just baffling and confusing. So one of the reasons why I had this conversation with them and what was happening was when I was using the Canon software for the scanner, it was creating these 16 or 8-bit, not even 16-bit, 8-bit grayscale files. And they were pretty amazing. Like when I got the scans done, I was really happy with the results, but On1 couldn't see them. The software couldn't see them, and I was just so frustrated because I finally had figured out a good scanning process that was working for me, and now this editing software that I wanted to use just wasn't working. So my frustration just kind of grew, and that's where it came in. Hindsight, I kind of look back and like I feel kind of bad with the way my email opened up and started, but I was authentic. I was genuinely just frustrated. And then these solutions I saw in blog posts were just equally. Like I know I'm repeating myself here, but that was my frustration all week. Like it was heavy in my heart in what I was doing with the scanning process. So I did a thing. Daddy Bones did another thing. Okay, so brace yourselves, everyone. Brace yourselves. This is where some people's perception about AI and artificial intelligence and you know, it's one aspect of it. I call it artificial intelligence, but really it's just a piece of computer software, and it's not artificial intelligence. It is first. I read articles and stuff about how AI and like ChatGPT gaslights people, or not gas. Was it gaslighting? Basically, ChatGPT always wants to put you in the right. Like, you're the one who's right. And it's just so funny because I was like, that sounds ridiculous. Like, in ChatGPT was doing this, but was also we had some conversations where it was like, why it says why I wouldn't do what you're thinking. And it listed out some reasons. So there are some times where, in my conversations with ChatGPT, where it was like saying, "Hey, I like what you're thinking, but here's why you shouldn't do that." And I was okay with that. I was just like, "Hey, that's actually, and it made some valid points." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So my line of thinking here is good, but your line of thinking contradicts what I'm saying, but it's actually better than what I was thinking." Like it was pretty impressed. I was actually pretty impressed. I used a lot of ChatGPT this past week because when I got so frustrated with the scanning process, I went back to ViewScan, and I was in tears. I was crying. I'm like, here I am, a grown man, asking a computer program to, make me not cry. So needless to say, ChatGPT said, "Here, why don't we start this way?" And it gave me, we reset all the settings that I was messing around with on ViewScan. And it said, we're going to do this setting, this setting, this setting. And I followed its instructions to the letter. And it says, all right, now hit preview and tell me what you see. And I did. I followed this robot's AI ChatGPT's instructions and hit preview, and what did I get? I got some pretty nice scans.
Like, okay, so there's two things. First, there's the preview button. So it just kind of gives you an overall, like, okay, so here's what we're seeing in the scanner. And then you crop in to the frame that you want, or if you're going to do a batch scan, you can crop into multiple frames. And then when you hit scan, it is supposed to scan at a much better resolution than your preview. So the preview is just, it's muck. It's just to give you like a kind of like a general picture. So that's what I was working on. And I was following this robot AI instruction. Yeah, I was absolutely following it. But I got a preview, and I was like, okay, well, I could always get to the preview. And sure enough, it said, okay, now you're going to do the 16-bit grayscale, not the 8-bit grayscale. And it had me doing another DPI setting, which was really low. And I was like, why so low? I was like, oh, you don't need it that big. It's like, but it doesn't make any sense. And it explained to me a bunch of different things about why it's better than what I was actually attempting to go for. And then one of the things that it basically taught me was it basically with, you know, it used a lot. It was much kinder. But it basically said, Daddy Bones, your scanner sucks. Your scanner is like 20 years old, and it sucks. So, yeah, I'm a robot AI that's helping you use this, but your scanner sucks, and you got to deal with it. And I got to deal with it because you're too old and poor to go get something modern that just works. All right, I'm being a bit harsh. I am being a bit harsh, but that's that is kind of like where my brain goes sometimes. When I feel like I don't say that I'm a tech savvy guy. I can technically get some things done, but yeah, I do have like these conversations in my head sometimes. These fictional conversations in my head about stuff like that. I'm a big proponent to laugh at yourself and give yourself permission to laugh at yourself. You very well should. And I do that to me all the time. I'm not a perfect person. But there are definitely times I'm just like, why doesn't it just work? All of our life we talked about computers. We're going to be like plug and play. We're just going to turn it on and we're just going to be able to use it. And sometimes just things aren't that way. And this has been my past 2 to 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Learning about how to scan and in the digital formatting and stuff like that. But I'm super excited to be shooting film again. And through this past week, ChatGPT and I, we honed in on some settings of the scanner. And not only did I scan my roll of medium format that I developed this week, and the scans look pretty darn good. I went back and rescanned all of the 35 millimeter frames, the 2 rolls of 35 millimeter that I took about 2 weeks ago. That I said I was going to share with you guys, but I could never get the scan where I was happy with. And that was that's been the other hurdle. It's like I'm not happy with with the results I'm getting. So why do I want to share some mediocre results with the world? And that it was yeah, you VOD viewers, man, you guys are in for a story if you guys are watching the VOD right now. This is me. Like this was my frustration this week. So, so ChatGPT and I, we worked together. We got scans. And that was been my main focus. It's not, like I said, here I am structurally trying to build this. My controls are backwards. I was going to frame this out, and we were just going to start right into the build process. But yeah, it didn't. It didn't pan out because I was scanning. Because I was scanning. But I finally got, and I say, when I say finally, like we're talking like this week, Thursday, Friday. I finally got good scans that I was happy with. So hopefully soon, I'll move those scans. This is our next. This is my next step. I'll be moving those scans over to on one photo, which is what I'm using to edit, and I'll be editing my black and white photos that I've been taking for the past 3 weeks. Super excited. Believe me when I say I'm very, very, very excited. Like I just like kid in candy store kind of excited. Because these things have just, they feel like they're coming together finally after so long. There's so much frustration. But I'm looking forward to having it all done. We may extend this out a bit more. We may take away the sand and bring this out. Maybe we'll put like a little door, a little like shed shack sort of thing there. That's what I'm thinking. For now, anyways, until things change. All right, I want to go up. Let's go get some scaffolding. Do I have any scaffolding? I bet you I have some scaffolding in here because I'm Daddy Bones and I got scaffolding. Let's put these seeds in here because I don't want that coming up my inventory. So yeah, that has been. Look, where are we at? We're 30 minutes in. Yeah, 30 minutes in. And that has been my big story, my big week. My my biggest adventure. And it's why I didn't get this done. This framing. I really did want this framing done. And I think we're gonna yeah. Yeah, because I think
Yeah, so it's going to go something like that. And then yeah, I know. This isn't a starter home. It's like a McMansion. And I can't do that because I can't regen. It's funny. Every time I see that donkey, I think I've got invaders, little pillagers running around. I don't know how I'm going to do this roof line. I was kind of doing something like kind of a shallow. Excuse me, I had a little sneeze there. Yeah, I was going to do something a little shallower, like a... Oh, excuse me. And then have this one, like, obviously a little steeper. So not sure how to map that out right here, but yeah, that was the kind of the plan. Because even these were going to go up and create like another... I don't know what I'm doing just yet. Because this is going to be covered here, was my idea. And I want to bring it out some more too. This is oak. I don't have any oak. So needless to say, Daddy Bones had a very, very exciting week. Well, exciting, I don't know about that. But productive, just not Minecraft productive. I really enjoyed that. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers, as she watched me run through this, she's like, you know, this is why I'm going to get old and not go anywhere, because you keep like learning something new. To which I said something along the lines of like, you're not going to get old. Or we're all going to get old together or something like that. You know, she was being kind and kind of hard on herself, and I, you know, didn't want her to be hard on herself. I came here for, look at this, I'm running out of magenta wool. Oh my goodness. It's raining over here. So, I guess the moral of the story is, go learn something new. I don't know if that's an actual moral of the story. But yeah, go out and learn something new. Even if it frustrates you for 3 weeks. Go learn something new. It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, just go. I don't care what it is. If you're playing Minecraft and you want to learn something new, go learn Axiom. It can be just as frustrating. It's got a lot to it. Some people are comfortable with world edit, but you're learning something new. Matter of fact, there's a couple of Minecraft things I need to change up and alter, and it's going to be a new adventure. Did I get it all? Oh, if anybody wonders why I put in 60 instead of 64, one block of kelp will smelt only 20 blocks or 20 items. So not your typical like 8, 16, 24, which is kind of strange. So I only put in 60 because one block will only do 20. So we basically lose 3 blocks and gain 6. Alright, let's go see if we can get some more wool. But we got some beautiful scans. I have some editing to do. So hopefully we'll get see some... You guys will see some black and white images that I'll be sharing shortly. Just follow in the Discord, because that's probably where I'll be posting them. That's all yellow. There's a lot going on here. This is chaos right here. I have to say though, like, again, the woman I work with, she was just like, she says, "I'm very proud of you." She really did. Because I think most people, not say most people, I can't even say that, because you just don't know. But that amount of frustration, I think a lot of people, I'd say, would have given up, but would have. I don't even know what most people do. To be honest, I'm not even going to try to pretend on what most people would do in that scenario. I do know that I felt that it was worth it for me. Especially with the way I get sometimes. Visit Daddy Bones. And we're going to take that with me, actually. Doo doot, doot doot doot, doo doot, doo doot, doot doot doot, doo doot, doot doot doot. Okay, so this house. Is this? What are we doing here? It's funny because I'm obviously working on this house. There's also another house I need to work on. This is, as I've expressed, this is the year for me to finish projects. And Daddy Bones has 1, 2, 3 projects on the family server that need to get completed. And countless other IRL projects that also need to get completed. I feel like this alignment right here is off, but I don't want it. I didn't ever want it to be perfect. Like, things aren't built in the world perfectly, so. Here I am talking about unhappy with scans and building things in the world perfectly. I think we're just going to do that for now. Trying to give me an idea. Never a dull moment. No. No, there isn't. Yes. Thank you, Do. I'd do a quick little stretch there. So I'm gonna cover this up. Then there's going to be it's a little walkway. I didn't even get the oak that I was supposed to bring back. I went over there for oak and I didn't even bring it back. I was going to put the dirt here. I got so many books on me. Alright, so we need to, let's go build that up to match that. Oh my goodness. So this is going to be a roof line coming across. This is going to be a roof line coming straight across to here. Just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I might want to bring this out one more. But I want this to be a separate room from that. Perfect. All right, so I said I want to bring this out. And I want this to stay down. I don't want this isn't going to go up. So this is still the main part of the house here. Rats. I'm out. I'm out. So I want to leave this here, but this I think I can take out. Don't need that divider there. I don't need this division here. I do want this division here because this is all going to be, I think that's all going to be part there. Oh, now you chime in, Nightbot. Oakdew already did that. You're late. All right, I think we're going to keep that low, and then we'll build this up here. All right, let's go take a look at the all out. We need to go exploring again, and I say again because I'm running low on oxide daisies. Oak. Bring back oak. Yes, I remember to bring back oak. But we do need to go exploring for some oxide daisies. Because I'm getting low. With these simple little, like, half health hits and
and stuff. I'm getting low. We're at 14. I don't think I have any on reserve. Oak, 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 oak. I do have a sign that says Wolf Farm, by the way. Because definitely when it comes to creating structures and building, wolf farms are kind of very handy in the survival world. I watch Luna when Luna does creative, and she uses a lot of gold and yeah, we'll go with 37. She uses gold and diamond blocks in creative worlds. I'm like, well, you can't exactly do that in survival. So wool seems to be the best bet. Although I did watch Deep. Deep was using, and I thought it was kind of ingenious. Deep was using resin blocks, and you just like auto pop. We can auto break a resin block without a tool. I thought that was clever. So do we have? Well, we have a dark oak forest, but I don't see. The silent forest. Maybe we go adventuring for some resin and look for some oxide daisies at the same time. Yeah, I like that better. I don't want to go all the way, but I feel even one more seems to be.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better. What do I have to contend with down here? A whole lot of nothing, actually. I kind of feel like I want to fill that in some. Flatten it out or smooth it out. It's a lot of sand. Could fill it in with sand. I mean, it's just like a little beachy over here. Oh, this is look at that little hidden cove, little cave underneath. I didn't even realize I had that underneath there. Yeah, we could fill in some sand at the bottom there. Maybe fill it up with dirt and then sand. But yeah, this is better. I like this. We have some, some of that. Yeah, let's go get some. Let's go get some. So is this spruce or is it dark oak? I think it's spruce. I think I did spruce because I didn't have any dark oak. Oh no, it is dark oak. But this is spruce. So let's fake that, pop. There. And then when we get some dark oak, we'll come back and fill that in. Now we gotta remember the dark oak next time we go over there. There and there. Okay, let's finish boxing this out. We should be able to get this at least framed up and boxed up. Bump, bump, bump. Nope. And then this will do a small. Ugh. Alright, fine. Gotta be something like that. Actually, I think we'll just go ahead and. I think that's it. I feel daisies will be easier to find. You might be right. You might be right. So one thing I was actually thinking about, because you can do like an oxide daisy farm, and it's just basically a flower farm, but one of the flowers you get will be oxide daisies. I was wondering, you have to be in a certain spot for that, right? Like you have to be in the plains biome, or you have to be. Would that work in the savanna biome? Like, do we get oxide daisies in the savanna? Looking spooky down there. Little place we haven't explored yet. So close by, too. Alright, so we got that built up. We got that built up. I think we need to go ahead and bring this across. Rats. Dang it, so close. How many iron golems we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 iron golems. We should be able to take one out. I think we'll take this guy out. What? Alright, come at me, bro. Oh. I was not expecting that. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Good morning, princess. Hope things were good at breakfast. Everybody have a good breakfast? Alright, we... Delicious. Good to hear. Good to hear. So, if anybody's curious, Celtic had a birthday today. Well, actually, her birthday was yesterday. Party is tomorrow. Okay, so books. Boys, I've been drinking for days. So they're out having a kind of a birthday breakfast this morning. Storage. We'll farm villager trading, and then dig out canal. But we need better tools for the task. So it's all in the process. We haven't changed these signs. These have been our focus. Storage is nearly complete. Well, actually, storage is kind of complete. I think once we start digging out the canal, it'll become even more complete, because that'll help us section out better. And we talked about expanding to a lower area. But right now, because of what we just talked about, I kind of want to go find some resin. Put that there. And oxide daisies. We don't have any. Now we've been north. Did we even go to that village? We just exposed it. I don't think we were there. Look at this beach. It's like in the middle of... I think this is going to be the area right here. Let's do a temporary there. And is this, there she is. There's the black pearl. I don't need these. Right now. Anything else I may not need at the moment? I kind of do not need this golden hoe. Alright, we're good. We're good, we're good. And we're good there. Okay. 2,000 blocks away. Alright, structure's looking good. I don't have enough yellow, or else I'd probably push to get the roof lines done. We might even build up another layer. Might, I say. Look how high all of this kelp is. I should have already picked everything out of there. So, what are we looking forward to this following week? Let's see, we have, in the weather forecast, we have a lot of rain kind of happening, a lot of scattered rain. We have a birthday party tomorrow, so I'll probably be taking my digital camera, taking pictures of that. I'll probably take my black and white as well, just so we have it, the 35mm. See if we can get a couple black and white images. We're going bowling. We are going bowling. One thing I really like my daughter likes the old stuff. I'm pretty, I say proud about, but it's like, you know, it's kind of like, it gives me like a, like, oh, she's so cool kind of vibes. I mean, down to the point where, like, I think we're about to, I mean, I thought about having an old iPod that I think the screen is kind of messed up on. And I know there's a company out there that fixes them. So I thought about sending that out to get fixed. Do 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 do. Ooh, that's a thingy thing. I'm pretty sure we already got this boat. Oh, maybe we haven't. Look at this. This is so cool. Look at this. It's like the boat is in the cove and it's... This is awesome. Minecraft, you did your thing. You did a thing. And you did that thing too. Like, this is something like ever somebody would come up with. Like, I would think like a player would come up with. Like, I'm going to take a sunken ship, I'm going to like map it out, and I'm going to like replace it into like the perfect spot of a cove. This is so cool. I almost don't want to loot it. I just got a clock. You can go there. Actually, all my gold and stuff goes in here, this bag. No, not that one. That one. You go in there. Coal we can put in there. Buried treasure map. Oh, we're so close to it. Oh, there he is. I'd be totally like hanging out with you, except I haven't gotten myself a... Now I need to go east. Wait, I was just east. Need to go this way. That's not it. Yep, that's definitely not it.
There we go. Alright, so that was one distraction. Cool looking sunken ship. Oh, love, oh, careless love. Okay, we are over here. I see one flower. Oh, we see some cherry blossoms. And I see a lot of seeds, I bet. Oxeye daisy. Oh yeah, definitely want to get these oxeye daisies. I want to run up in my tree and stay away so they never get me. There we go. I should get some more of these plants too. Alright, you can go in there. I maxed out. Okay. Flowers. Do flowers there. Water breathing potion. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's put the TNT in with the green. We'll put that in there too. Okay. There it is. Like, where's my boat? I don't need this anymore. And I want to get over there. Can I get over there? With my boat? Yes. Alright, let's go get some cherry blossoms. Did our map reveal anything? The village. Alright.
probably put these away. I do want some of these. Where's my shears? Gotta row, row, row your boat. Yes, ma'am. I be a rowing, Miss Daisy. Okay, I can even row a little further. What? What? What are you doing over here? There's nothing over here. What could you possibly be peddling in the middle of nowhere? Ooh, wow, that's kind of impressive. Dirt, rooted dirt. Rooted dirt. Yeah, I'm actually interested in your rooted dirt. This dirt is dirtier. You gave me some dirty dirt. You hear me? Dirty dirt. Ain't no dirt dirtier than rooted dirt. Do 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 do. We're getting there. That's really way up there too. Where is my little red dot that I'm not seeing? Oh, way up there. Nothing like swimming up some waterfalls.
Oh, and we got ourselves some bees. All right. I honestly don't know how to use this wood. And like, this is that, where's that one block that's like keeping you from doing your thing? There you go. And this is why people make tree farms. Because this can sometimes get a little crazy. Can you even tree farm this properly? Because to be honest, this is pretty much my method of tree farming. Ah, there we go. I think we have more than enough for what I need for right now. Oh, there's some stuff up here. Jade Fit, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Nice to see a new face. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning. Ooh, I hear that wind kicking up outside. I am doing great. Finally accomplishing some things in the ultra hardcore world. Didn't get a whole lot of time to play earlier this week, so yeah, feels like catching up with an old friend. And I am looking for some things that I'm just not seeing falling. All right, I think we're good here. Where did we see anything come up? We saw that. No dark oak forest. but I think we should go ahead and head west. Sorry for prompting my services. Do you have any plans to get custom stuff done for the... Nope, I don't. Not interested. I stream to a party of about 2 people at a time on a Saturday morning, and it's the only time I stream. That's about the extent of my kind of awesomeness. I'm not a big rush to do anything of that nature, I guess. Very chill, laid back kind of person. But I appreciate you coming in and offering such services. But I am a poor person. Hello, rabbit. Who cannot afford such things. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Kind of an awkward place to be asking at the moment because there's nothing I can do exactly to... But I like seeing people's artwork. And we got one more oxide daisy here. Okay, let's go find our boat and we'll head west. Just put like a little air tag on my boat. We know where it's at. We can get rid of this. That guy. Yes, I am on Discord. I'm also on Instagram. Seems to be a good place to put some art photos, is on Instagram. I'm also on DeviantArt, although it's not really, I kind of on there just to kind of browse and get some ideas for, not so much as posting work there. But it seems to be a good platform to be posting artwork. I really need to get my hands on one of these guys, which means looking for poisonous bloated pufferfish. Now, I often suggest that one thing you could do okay, all I saw was that. I thought maybe it was going to be another gate. Portal, broken portal. I often suggest like streaming an art, doing an art stream, and seeing if people would come and watch you do artwork. Well, we got another one of these. Alright, I'm going to get too distracted here. We're going west. We're looking for a pale oak forest. So if we continue getting our wood blocks that we need.
All while looking for some oxide daisies. I see. Oh, okay. We got part of a dark oak forest over here. Wow, look at this. Look at this cliff. Oh my goodness. We have a, oh wow. Look at this. Oh, this is so cool. But this, look at that. It's part of, it's a, oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's, I mean, it's a lush cave underneath this. That is so cool. Look at this. Oh. There you go. I am at minus 41.58, minus 38.50, 39.58. You get this really cool cliff, and just down to the east, you have that really cool sunken ship. This is one of the moments where I'm like, I look at like Minecraft shining. Oh, we are definitely bookmarking this too. We're putting this on our map. Create waypoint. Let's make it yellow and put amazing cliff. And while we do have, imagine digging that out and having it. Yes, that's exactly. You know, I was thinking something like that. Just kind of building a little pop out areas for like a little like cliffside town that just kind of like they built right into the cliffside. All right, come on, let's go. There we go. All right, we do have a dark oak forest here. So the question is, did we reveal a pale oak forest? Yeah, with little porches and yeah, exactly, little porches and balcony. Look at that long stem for that one red mushroom. I wouldn't want to disturb that. I want to leave it right there. And then seeing that there's a lush cave kind of like already built into this, I want to cheat and just kind of free cam right inside of the mountain. I know. I could. Flower boxes, front, and, yep. You see it. When we finish up our dig out, this might be our next project right here. This amazing cliff. This is how I think. It's so funny. Going over to ChatGPT, I told you I'd been talking with it a lot this week. Describing my personality to it. It's been pretty funny. I always want more copper. Because you never know. So we're just going to grab some. There we go. Alright, so we have some up there. Well, we're going to get a pale oak forest. So we can get ourselves a heart, some resin. Passing by some copper. I think we're going to strike out here. Maybe. Well, I got more dark oak over this way. And we got more dark oak over there, it looks like. No, 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 no. I guess no pale oak in this. There's nothing in this mess. No, we got more forests happening there. I love this. That's so cool. Like it's supposed to be underwater. This has been a really it's been a really cool seed. Oh, they're all on fire. Oh man, you guys, hello? Take cover. Oh. Well, you defended it as best as you could, up to the bitter end. Okay, I didn't exactly want to jump into the boat, but we'll get a little closer. Does anybody else like go around and collecting kelp like this? Because I feel like I must be the only one. It must be the rare. I love it. This has probably been the easiest one of these I've had to do. I mean, how much easier could it get? Oh, I'm out of space. I'd probably be pulling that out again. Good old emerald. Curse of vanishing. Alright, we're going to leave you there. Okay, I think that's it. That's all of the gravel. Okay. Ooh, an iron axe. Nice.
Do that. We can swap that out. We're not doing the next one. But where to next? I guess, let's keep going this way then. West. We'll just take the little north side of this island. There's a small, like, drive inside me that kind of wants to, you know, go get the dragon, get my wings. It's a small push, but I just, you know, I'm kind of wanting to do it. Yeah, no, I have to clean up all the kelp. Like, who else is going to do it if I don't do it? And that's how I look at it. Like, nobody else is going to do it. So I have to be the responsible one. Clean our oceans. Pick up all the kelp. I'm pretty sure if I got on a server with people, they'd be like, leave the kelp for Chris. For Daddy Bones. He'll get it. He'll pick it up. Huh. Alright. Looks like we struck out with this dark oak forest. So I guess we could run our way down There we go. Look, like 4,000 blocks from home. Alright, we're going to turn sharp right, and we're going to go out this way. Into the big, vast, deep ocean. And a lot of it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. More. All right. This is why I can't go boating, because kelp sidetracks me. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Maybe this was a bad idea. Land mass ho. Well, we definitely got flowers. We got sunflowers. Oh, I see an oxeye daisy. Yeah. Do 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 do. We got another one over there. Alright, let's grab a couple of these bushes. say a couple, and here I am grabbing them all. Alright, we'll head over there. Do 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 do. Okay, nothing much on this side of the island, but we got those. Alright, let's turn up and go this way. Just grab these, and then we'll boat around. Was there one more over here? I think that was it. Look at all those chickens. Alright. Alright. Bum, 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 ba, da, bum. Come on, Pale Oak Forest. Daddy needs a new... Oh, snap. Oh, my goodness. Another amazing cliff. Got granite, a free-flowing waterfall. Oh man, this seed's been amazing.
Another amazing cliff. Look at those mountain peaks going way up there. Snow-capped. This place is beautiful. We got downed trees. And this is all natural generation. I didn't do any of this. I'd say I have my fingers crossed, but I'm playing Minecraft right now alongside of you. Playing with fingers crossed is difficult. Alright, well, we're kind of stuck. Oh, I guess we can go north, up, and around. Because I'm not seeing any dark oak forests here. So yeah, we're going to go right by this amazing cliff. When I see these cliffs, I get so many ideas. Oh, you got water and danger in the same spot. Oh, we're peeking. We're peeking. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Ah. Oh my goodness. I need some calcite up top for you to use. Not up here. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All right. It is bookmarked. If we live long enough, we'll be exploring it and building on it. That is so amazing. So you have this village here, there's this village here. Alright, if we do not find pale oak, I'll probably be doing that on another session. I risk nothing. It's just boating and searching. And we got some jungle. Another fresh water flow. A lot of ice up there. Oh, we got a lush cave. Looks like we're gonna get into like some warmer biomes. let's see. This is a lot of getting around. But look at these. This is like a nice lagoon here. You have a nice like cove here. This one's actually really cool. Like this area right here. Yeah, it makes me wonder if we had boated around some more, what we would have found in the beginning. If we would have found some of this in the beginning. I don't know, I like our project right now, so we're going to stick with it. We're sticking with it. Oh, we got another boat, another sunken ship. Not a bad spot either. Oh man, we're just finding so many amazing features right now. This is so cool. Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to be here. Not yet. Oh, all right, our bag is full. Do you. That was the first thing I grabbed. That's so crazy. All right, there we go.
Alright, that works. Alright, paper, map. Let's go find it. Need to go south. Huh. Something feels off. I'm not even there yet. I'm going the wrong way. Good grief. Was I going the wrong way? Yeah, I was going the wrong way. Oh, man. That's a ton of trouble right there. The adventurous side of Daddy Bones, it's very tempting. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. We have a bit of a mess going on here. Oh, no, I found it now. I found it. But I'm all jambled up. I'm all jambled up. All sorts of stuff going on. Do that in there. Do that in there. There. Don't need that. Put those in there. That was a while ago. Oh, nothing yet for the pale oak forest. No. Back with the huge mountain. Yep. No, I came across this boat, and of course I'm looking for the. I went looking for the treasure because that's the crazy stuff that Daddy Bones does. All right, 64. We'll take those out. Put this in here. And put this shit that in there. Okay. Got the right pickaxe. We did find this though. We found that. Oh, hello. Mm-hmm. leave you there. Alright. So we got a mangrove swamp. I wasn't necessarily looking for that, but could definitely use the mangrove saplings. We just get our hands on some mangrove. Let's find out what's going on with this actually. Hopefully we're not too close to the big bads over there. Exploring adventure is fun. Oh, and, yes, golden apple, please. And thank you. Alright, we are officially kind of like really starting to fill up here. So let's go grab the mangrove swamp stuff. And I think that might kind of do us for material collection for the day. Did I completely? I did. You know, we can leave it for later. So with the mangrove, we should only be missing the pale oak at that point, I think. Yep, I think that's going to be the way to get there. Enchanted forest. Find a flower forest. Oh, I guess I'm in a flower forest because like I didn't realize that. I'm in the water. All right, so this is where we'll drop our boat off at. Now, here's some flowers. Oh, we're going to get our stuffs. Yeah. Isn't there an achievement for playing a music disc in a flower forest? Or in a meadow? Look at all our iron that we've got. All right, how am I going to climb up this thing?
No lie, this is probably like the only way I know how to really take one of these trees down. Yep, this is our first time collecting this log. Didn't want that. Wasn't ready. Oh, it's getting darks. Alright, do we get any propagules yet? No. I don't even see any on the ground. Oh, there's one. Alright, we got one propagule. Oh, I saw him. I saw him, he saw me. Dropped a potato. What do we have, 4? I wish I could get more than that. Well, I technically have what I need to make more, so I think we're good. Last thing I'd really like to get. Let's do that. Let's put you in there. Let's go ahead and put you in there. Let's grab this.
more stack. I see a froggy. Alright, so that's 2 stacks of mud. I wouldn't mind even a 3rd stack. Oh, yeah, we got room. Oh, yeah, we got room. Yep. How much do I like this world? To weigh that against adventure. Yes. I like this world a lot at the moment, especially since I've seen those very large mountains in that cavern. So we didn't find any pale oak, but we did find a mangrove swamp, so that means we've got plenty of mud. We got frogs. But we're just trying to take full advantage of being here right now with all this mud, because it's way easier to grab it out of here than it is to, like, craft it. And we're getting these muddy roots.
So this is that weird, because of the way the mangrove trees are, like if you take the mud from underneath of it, is it considered like leaving the tree just kind of floating there? Because they're like so close that like the vines and the branches from the other trees are kind of holding it up, right? $20 more. There we go. All right, back to the boat. All right, that's going to do it for our stream here. I know I'm leaving ourselves in an awkward spot. And yes, next time you come and see me next week, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Times, we're going to be back at the our little village, because that's where I'm headed back to after this. But I need to get to the... yeah, I'm trying to do an outro here. Minecraft, do you mind? But I need to get to the photo lab so I can drop off a roll of film. And that's right, I'm going to drop off a roll of exposed film of color. And hopefully during this week I'll be able to post some pictures of all of the images I took from the medium format film cameras and the 35mm stuff. I'm actually super, super excited. Really, really, really excited. Oakdew, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you being here. Again, here is the Oakdew. Oakdew will be streaming tomorrow morning on the Twitch. I believe you get started at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that 8 Central Mountain? I don't know what time zone are you in. I don't know what time zone you're in. I just know it's like 9 a.m. I think, or 9:30 Eastern Time. But yeah, so check out Oakdew. She makes amazing builds. She has a nice chill stream. We're all laid back. Yeah, that's what I got going on. Let's head on over to our finished screen. And again, I appreciate you VOD viewers who are watching this stuff after the fact. Like, just thank you so much. Appreciate you being here and watching the VOD. Helps me out a lot. This is all the simple stuff. This is all the free stuff. It doesn't take much, So, thank you again so much. As always, be kind to each other out there. You stay safe. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.